the Vikings. And the 7 on the floor for the Vikings, the 7 on the floor for William Woods. As is Campos, Del Silva, Trice, Durazo, Adams, and Paiva Pereira. The starters for William Woods. Fitzgerald for the Vikings will get it up, and we are underway inside Anderson. That one's put up in the air. It's going to be put down, and quick point for the Owls. Marcolino for William Woods. She's been a stud for the Owls all season long. 13-4, 5-2 in conference is William Woods. They have been 6-3 at home. And to start the serve will be Aaron Trice, who goes left side, and it will be out of play. Point Vikings. So it's put up and into the arms of the Owls. It's going to be Pereira who returns it to the Vikings side. It's going to be slammed down, blocked away. Double block, and that one will go in favor of Marcolino again. It was Marcolino and De Silva who built a wall of defense at the nets. 2-1 William Woods. So we put up and away. Fitzgerald has to drop to her knees to get to it. That one's going to be kept in play by the Owls. This one will be fortuit on the other side. Vikings trying to defense it back to the Owls side, and that will get off the hands of Marcolino the wrong way. Marcolino telling her teammates, that was my bad. Back to serve is Fitzgerald for Missouri Valley. And a misdirection hit by Adams will give the Owls the 3-2 lead in set one. The Owls and the Vikings met back earlier this season on September 9th, 19 days ago. It was a 3-1 set victory for William Woods in Marshall in the Burns Athletic Complex. The Vikings sitting at 500 on the season, 8-8, 2-4 as already mentioned in conference, but they have had a 3-game winning streak against Graceland, Haskell, and Avila. And before that, it was a 3 Heart of America losses in a row against William Woods to start at William Penn and Grand View. As substitutions check in for Missouri Valley. Coming out would be Randolph for the Vikings. 4-3, and that one falls right in front of the clutches of Marcolino. Drawn up 4-4. Marcolino keeps this one alive over the netting. Missouri Valley tries to go through the arms of Carlos De Silva. She won't have any of it. Points out. Vikings look to respond. Marcolino puts this one up a mile high in a rainbow. Set. Here it comes. De Silva will hit it out of play. Back to serve is Avery Crane. Crane to Marcolino will be a set. Here it comes. It will be bounced off the fingertips of Pereira. Marcolino sends it over. The Vikings on their third hit, has to hit it back, will be defended at the net. Vikings trying to do it once more, can't do it. Durazo with the defensive hands up, sends it back over to Mo Valley side, and two substitutions checking in for the Owls. It will be Sander and Ishii. And Sander will boot this one away. Quickly and off the wrist of Durazo. Two-point lead for the Vikings. As De Silva will sit in that one, and it will be off the fingertips of the Vikings. Owls closed within one. De Silva serves it. It's going to be a set in a misdirection, and the Owls have to recover. Third hit has to go over, and it does. Fitzgerald over, will be a set. Third hit coming. Vikings were ready for it. Just tipped over, the Owls keep it with the effort. And hits the net and will go in the Owls' favor. That was all set up by Durazo. Tied up 7-7. This one booted over. Set and spiked down for the kill for Durazo. Carlos De Silva back to serve for William Woods, up by one. And now a stoppage of play. And now we will resume. Goes up and over. 8-7 Owls. Oliveria with the kill for Missouri Valley. Morgan Smith checks in for the Vikings. Durazo sets it up. Marcolino will hammer it down for the point. Durazo sets it up. Marcolino. Anna Franco for Missouri Valley checks in, and Leon Adams for William Woods does as well. Set up, spike down, Missouri Valley recovers. It's going to be put up. De Silva puts it up in the air. Marcolino tries to hammer it down. And it will go off the wall of defenders for Missouri Valley. Point William Woods. Marcolino already with 4 kills. And miscombobulation near the netting gives the Owls their largest lead of the set, 11-8, up by 3. Durazo serves it, and this won't be out of play. Point WWU. And timeout, Missouri Valley, as they had it controlled up to the 7-7 lead. And Missouri Valley is now trailing by 4 here on the Urban Edge Network, powered by Visaic. Welcome back to Anderson, 12-8 in set one. William Woods on top. Heart of America opponent, Missouri Valley. William Woods 5-2 in conference, 2-4 for Missouri Valley in the Heart. As we get back underway, Durazo serves it away. And this one's in the rafters. You play it off here in Anderson. And they had to sit and wait. Now back on the outside. Set, slammed, caught. It's hit number 3. Has to get it over. She will. De Silva puts it up, tipped up in the air. Another set. There comes Marcolino. Slams it down, but just out of play on the far side. Give you some scoring updates of volleyball going around in the Heart. Peru State defeated William Penn earlier today in Nebraska. Baker and Clark going up against each other tonight. Baker up 1-0. Mount Mercy and Benedictine to face off in just a couple of minutes. Graceland and Park as well. And then tomorrow, Lindsey Wilson, Missouri Baptist, Clark, Benedict, Graceland, Mid-America, Nazarene, Mount Mercy, Baker, Governor State, Missouri Baptist, William Woods to play Culver Stockton tomorrow night in Canton. 13-9 William Woods. And this one gets to the arms of Adams for the outs. Marcolino on the corner, and it's just going to be out. Al's looking, it will be in between De Silva and Marcolino. There was a big gap in the Owls' second line of defense. Just a little bit of miscommunication there for William Woods. 13-12. And as I mentioned, Missouri Valley and William Woods met earlier this season in Marshall, home of the Vikings. As it was a trade-off on sets for William Woods and the Vikings to make it 1-1, and then the Owls took the final 2 sets back-to-back to win it 3-1. Marcolino will put this one up and serve it away. Owls up by 2. It will be the kill by Olivia Randolph with an assist from Keelan Fitzgerald. De Silva sets it. Pereira. Paiva Pereira will get the kill. As Durazo checks in for Adams. Student section fairly full here for William Woods on this Friday afternoon. And it's a big weekend in the second annual homecoming for William Woods. Tomorrow we kick off with soccer against Clark University. Women's at noon, men's following, scheduled at 2:30. William Woods volleyball will play at Culver Stockton, and to cap it off, it will be homecoming football. William Woods facing Central Methodist University at 7:30. Owls still looking for their first home victory and first Heart of America Conference win in history. What a time it would be if they can get it tomorrow. Owls up 16-14 in set one here. Marcolino has to hit it off the forearm and no protection behind her. Advantage Vikings. They draw it to 1. Vikings keep it narrowly alive. That one nearly hitting the hardwood, off the ceiling, off the light, off the side of William Woods. Just a tap over by Durazo. A tap. It will be a set. Here comes De Silva. Gonna fling it over, and the Vikings with that will tie it up. Silva. Now it's going to be a set, just a tap off the fingertips of Durazo. De Silva once again has to put it up in the air. It's going to be another tap in off the fingertips of De Silva. Vikings get the lead back 17-16. Set back for the Owls. Here comes De Silva. She tries to slam it down. This one we put in the middle of the defense. Marcolino sends it over. The Vikings gather the point, up by 2. In the middle of the defense, Marcolino sends it over. The Vikings gather the point, up by 2. It was a diving Carlos De Silva. And a Campos for William Woods. Timeout, Owls down 2 in set 1. Here in Anderson, we're going to take it with them. You're watching William Woods Volleyball on the Urban Edge Network, presented by And welcome back to Anderson. 18-16, Missouri Valley on top of the Owls. Owls at one point up by 4, 12-8. With the Vikings clawing back. And with the horn of their helmets, 7 points away from taking set 1. Trying to find a gap in the defense of the Vikings. This one's going to be put up for a set, and it can't be hammered down quickly enough. Vikings look to respond. Here they come. That one's going to be defensively put back into play. Third hit has to get over. It will by Da Silva, and she finds the hole for the kill. Carlos Da Silva, her third kill of the set. Tied with Adams for the second most. Marcolino with 4. Here comes the serve from Da Silva. Owls draw within 1. Set now back to 2. Up by 2 Vikings as they send it over. That one's going to be chopped over. A wall defense for the Owls prevents it, and that's going to... A wall defense for the Owls prevents it, and that's going to hit just the top of the netting and fall out of play on the Vikings side. That one was set up by Marcolino for William Woods. 18-19, Owls trail in set 1. Da Silva looks for the set. Marcolino will hammer it down for the kill. And we are all tied for the Da Silva. Looks for the set. Marcolino will hammer it down for the kill. And we are all tied up. It's a shootout. Whoever gets to 25, 6 points separating by each team. Durazo with the serve for William Woods. And the hammer down kill. And substitutions coming in for Missouri Valley. As Olivia Randolph and Keelan Fitzgerald, checks in for the Vikings. Low serve, Owls defend well. Third hit has to get over, and it does. A set by Fitzgerald. Leaves the Owls have to hammer it down into the rafters. Has to be saved. Impressive save by Mo Valley. Here comes the set. It's just a tap over. This one is not off the rafters. It's going to be a missile that comes straight down. And no chance there for Adams, who was set under it, and as soon as it hit that beam, you had to be a mastermind to get to that one. Vikings up 21-19. A diving attempt in off the ground and into the face of Marcolino. The largest lead by either team in this set was 4, and it was William Woods. Vikings now up by 3. Timeout, William Woods. They will use their second and final one of set 1. Owls trail by 3. Here on the Urban Edge Network, presented by Welcome back to Anderson as Owls trail in a 22-19 deficit in set 1. versus Mo Valley. Valley slams it down in front of the feet of Carlos Da Silva. Up by 4, 2 points away from victory in set 1. Now it's got to go on a run to crawl back. Marcolino tries to slam it. It is met of a wall of defenders for the Vikings. It was Olivia Randolph who deflected that kill attempt. And now draw even closer. 21-23. A set of momentum that has swayed back and forth in this short period of time. Aaron Trice serves it away. This one blocked at the netting. One hit to get over, has to. It will be put up, set. Here it comes, Pereira. Garners the kill. 3 straight points. Trailing by 1 leads to the final timeouts of Missouri Valley. 23-22, Mo Valley on top. (22-23), 3 set straight points for William Woods as they trail by 1 to the Vikings in set 1. Hotly contested last time around, these two met. Is the same story, and it will be a point for Mo Valley. Set point now for the Vikings. Oliviera to serve, and she sends it over. Pereira on a waist-high missile, sends it back over. Owls still alive, not any longer. Vikings take set number 1 over the Owls. Randolph with 6 kills, leading for Missouri Valley. For the Owls, it was 7 for Marcolino. And we'll step aside here, get prepared for set number 2 as the Vikings lead at 1-0 in Anderson. 1-0, Missouri Valley leads William Woods on this Friday evening inside Anderson Arena, located in Fulton, Missouri, on the campus of William Woods. Just a couple of hours ago, pep rally for homecoming for students and staff to attend, as the nominees for Homecoming King and Queen were presented to the students of William Woods, as the 7 out for the Vikings and the 7 set out for the Owls. As I mentioned, it was 6 kills for Olivia Randolph. And besides that, it was pretty spread out for the Vikings. 7 for Durazo and 2 for Marcolino, 4 for Pereira and 2 for Carlos da Silva. As we get back underway, set number 2 is upon us. And a quick point for Missouri Valley. As Campos saw that one fall on her wayside. One-0 Vikings. This one will touch the net as Marcolino has her 3rd kill of the match. Marcolino back to serve. It will be set by Fitzgerald and point Vikings. This one slammed down by Pereira for the kill. The senior from Brazil. Valley with the set. Here it comes, the slam down. This one somehow kept alive. And it's going to be 4 hits to give the point to the Vikings. That one was sent over by Keelan Fitzgerald from Frisco, Texas. Anna Franco boots this one over. 3-2 Vikings. This one dribbles off the netting, off the top of the beam. On the 3rd hit for the Vikings via fake outs. And Pereira with the slam down. Initially, Durazo looked to get it and she pulled back so Pereira could go after it. Pays dividends, ties it up 3-3. This one hit in the wrong direction by Franco. Owls take the 1-point advantage. Franco will leave it up and will be off the fingertips of Durazo. Olivia Randolph going after it. She is the star stud for the Vikings. And a soft serve by William Woods. Sander. As that one just dribbled off the middle of the inning. And Sander will get another hack at it. 6-3, Owls lead by 3. Sander once again will arch it about 4 feet above the netting. It's going to be a set. It's going to be just tapped over. Owls. Marcolino. Set by Sanders. Sent back over to the Vikings side. Franco back to that William Woods corner, and it'll be slammed down and killed. Conquered by Carlos Da Silva. Nicole Murphy signaling to her team, make sure you stand straight up and not twist yourself, as this one's another low serve by Sander. 2 straight for Sander, and it will end there. 7-4 advantage William Woods. Substitution checking in for Mo Valley, as Avery Crane will come back in. As Laura Fabrice for the Vikings. 7-4 Owls. Put up by Sander. Slammed and touched. Last by the Vikings. That was definitely going to be out. Don't mind a little help, though, if you're William Woods. Sander sets. Will try to be a kill attempt, denied by the Vikings. And Marcolino there for the block. As it was an attack arrow by Riley Adams for Missouri Valley, and they'll trade the point right there, as it's an over serve, a service error by Da Silva. 9-5. Got some Lightning McQueen numbers up there. Any young folk out there watching. Sander just sets, and it will be a play by the Owls. And off the lighting, has to be a dive attempt to save it. It is back to Missouri Valley. Sets. Fires, points by Mayamar. Points is back to Missouri Valley. Carlino trying to ricochet off the netting. Two straight points for the Vikings as they look to get it over. Sander to set. Marcolino to fire. It'll now be 3 straight for Missouri Valley. As Pereira will check back in for William Woods. Momentum quickly shifting in the way of Missouri Valley. Tapped over, 4 straight, tied up 9-9 in set 2. That tap by Durazo with not enough intensity behind it. Da Silva on the opposite side, Marcolinos is denied, and Pereira even with a diving attempt. 5 straight for the Vikings. And Aubrey Wilson looks in disgust. Uphill battle for the Vikings. They've come to play tonight. They have to come in with a normally noisy Anderson Arena. Now we'll make it 6 straight. Aubrey Wilson had 2 substitutions ready to come in. Pulls him and yanks him back onto the bench. Loeffler checks in for William Woods. 9-11. The streak will be over for Missouri Valley. 6 straight. Point William Woods, but the Owls now trail 10-11. As we got a wet spot on the court. As Franco for the Vikings cleaning it up on the far side. Serves away, and it will be kept in play. And a bench player of Morgan Smith for the Vikings knocked that win, maybe tried to get away with it, you never know. But nonetheless tied up 11s. We put up by Crane, sent over. And pushed over by the Owls. 2 diving attempts by the Vikings. We'll keep it in. Here comes the set. Pereira tries to slam it down. It will be out of play. And into the scoring table. Owls lead it now 12-11. Back to serve once more is Durazo. And yet another wet spot on the Viking side of the court. That's the 3rd one in this matchup, 2nd in set 2. Owls pull ahead by 2. Look for another kill, and it's going to happen. Missouri Valley gets it right back. As Morgan Smith checks in for the Vikings, Celia Campos for the Owls. And now a stoppage of play, and William Woods will be awarded the point. And now the officials will have a talk because Missouri Valley swore that William Woods hit it 4 times. And Nicole Murphy asking that question as the officials come together on the far side. And it looks like they will correct it, and the point will go in favor of the Vikings. And the Owls look like they wanted to get away with that one because there was no contest, no arguing by Aubrey Wilson or any of the Owls players. 13-12, William Woods. This one tries to find the hole, cannot. Will be dotted over. Pereira gets out of the way. Set up, tries to tap it over. They will. This one in the far corner, it's gonna be in. Owls up by 1. This one just tapped up into the air. Pereira for the kill! Up by 2. Back to serve for the Owls will be Aaron Trice. Sends it over. Punched up by Crane. Slammed, and will be out. Look to be just over the line. As Olivria failed to convert that one. 16-13, Owls up by 3 in set number 2. Set, Pereira goes and will find the hole. And Missouri Valley signaling for the timeout, and it will be granted. Owls up by 4, 17-13 in set 2, looking to tie things up here on Friday nights inside Anderson. You're watching Willie Woods Volleyball on the Urban Edge Network, powered by Vasaic. Welcome back to Anderson Arena. As I mentioned, it is homecoming weekend for the Owls. Starting off here in Anderson, the Owls play tomorrow, not at home, but in Culver, Stockton. Tomorrow it kicks off with Willie Woods men's and women's soccer. Besides being volleyball games, it will be the suicide awareness games to help bring awareness to suicide prevention. The teams encourage you to wear blue and purple in honor of those who have lost their battle to the mental health problem and bring awareness to this issue. 17-14. Owls on top in set 2. Olivia Randolph and Keelan Fitzgerald check in for the Vikings. As Fitzgerald serves it away, it's going to be Pereira for the kill! With a set from Campos. As Marcolino checks in for Fleur. As Marcolino serves it away. Owls up by 4. And off the fingertips of Pereira. Pereira, wall of Viking defenders, hit backwards, will be put up in the air, has to be put away, and will touch the court before Marcolino had a chance at it. Oliveria. Vikings draw within 2. That one hit out of play. And it's a 3-0 run for Missouri Valley. As De Silva tried to find the corner and could not. And with that 3-0 run, leads Aubrey Wilson to use her first timeout of set 2. Owls lead by 1. And Anderson Welcome back to the Urban Edge Network, powered by Passaic. Missouri Valley trails by 1 to William Woods, as William Woods does not want to let the second set slip through their fingers. Being down 2-0 and having to win 3 straight sets is a tough task in the heart of America, no matter who you are playing. Leading the conference is Grandview with a 7-0 record in conference, followed by the Missouri Baptist Spartans 7-1 and Mount Mercy at 5-1. It's sent over. Owls look to respond. Pereira finds the gap. At the U of the WWU logo in center court. As Durazo checks in for WWU. It is sent over by Campos. Tipped. Campos will fire it up for Pereira. This one just gets over on the side of the Vikings. Sets. There comes the kill by Da Silva. Owls reach 20, up by 3. Shoe tie by Campos. She's ready to go. Serves it over to the Vikings. Franco, who sets it up for her teammates. Owls look to respond. Does it fall in? Yes, it does, in the corner. Back-to-back kills for Da Silva. Owls up by 4. Now up by 3 as Campos could not get to it. Randolph with the kill for the Vikings. A draw within 3. Mamer for Mo Valley comes in to the set, trailing by 3. Largest lead by either team is 4. As Durazo extends it back to 4-point lead for the Owls. As Sander will check in for William Woods. 3 points away from set victory. And it will be Riley Sander who will send it over. Campos throws it up. Sander will set. Tapped over by Da Silva. This one kept alive. William Woods with the point. As it was deflected by Mamer, but the deflection falls out of bounds. 2 points away from set victory. As Sander puts it back up. This one rainbowed and sets. And falls into the gap between Durazo and Da Silva. Back to a 4-point lead, 23-19. Now still in control, no need to worry. This one sent over by Avery Crane. This one sent over by Avery Crane. And I'm not sure what was called there by the official. It's going to be a service ace for Avery Crane. So now Owls only up by 3, make it back to 4. And now set point, 24-20. And and it will be into the hands of Carlos da Silva. Low serve, has to slam down, and that will finish it off. Durazo with the kill. Owls take set number 2, tie things up, and as they did in their first matchup back on September 9th, they trade the first 2 sets. 1-1, Vikings Owls. Welcome back to Anderson Arena. The Vikings and Owls both trade the first set 1-1. As the Owls took set number 2. (25-20). Tied up 1-1. This will be the final schedule meeting in the regular season between the Vikings of Missouri Valley and the Owls of William Woods. As we are underway in set 3, it's going to start off with a hot start. 1-0 William Woods. They look to keep their 3-home game win streak alive. And as she's done all season long, Paiva Pereira with 13 kills in the first 2 sets. As this one is kept alive by the Vikings and denied by Marcolino. With the 13 kills, Pereira has surpassed 250 kills on the season with 253 currently and counting. Next closest would be Ivy Marcolino with 174 and counting. 2-0 Owls. De Silva puts this one up for grabs. Marcolino. That one is derailed by the netting. The Vikings keep it alive. Will be punted up in the air. And Pereira finds the gap for the kill. This one falls short in the Owls of favor, as that one came at the fingertips of De Silva. Couldn't do anything with it, late to the reaction party. And it will be a violation on William Woods, as Aaron Trice crossed the line too early in the service ace to Morgan Smith. Marcolino taps that one over. That one's going to hit the air vents and slowly fall down in the favor of William Woods. And now some substitutions as Franco comes in for the Vikings. And point goes to William Woods. Service ace for Marcolino, as it was a violation for Missouri Valley. Marcolino back to serve, 5-2 Owls. We'll send it over. Up for grabs, will be trying tapped over. Franco for the Vikings. And Aubrey Wilson not happy. Play continues. Pereira tries to find the gap, and Franco will send it over back to the Owls. Here comes Pereira. De Silva can't find the gap. Good rally here. Pereira tries once again, just floats it over. And a tap over. And that was one of the best volleys we've had of this match. And Aubrey Wilson now to come in to argue her case. And she thinks that the Vikings got away. Aubrey Wilson very adamant, but will stay non-contested. 5-3 point still goes to Mo Valley. Serving is Fitzgerald for the Vikings. Pereira tries to find the gap. We'll go right to the crowd of Missouri Valley. They trade points. Back to serve. And point Missouri Valley. 6-4 Owls up by 2. Sent over. Here comes the kill attempt. It is no good. And this one's packed. Marcolino, Pereira sends it over and out of play. Vikings draw within 1. Oliveira. Set for Pereira, the Vikings. De Silva sends it over on hit number 3. Sets, deflected by the wall of Owls. Remains on the Viking side and sent out of play. Owls up by 2, 7-5 in set 3. Best of 2 of the remaining 3 sets now. Point William Woods. We punched up in the air. De Silva for the slam. It's deflected by the Vikings. Because that one was a missile that went into the shin of Aubrey Wilson, and like a stone cold statue just took it. I don't think she even felt it. The frustration for Wilson is high. Team's not playing like she knows they're capable of, and a few missed calls by the officials as the Owls lead this one by 2, 8-6. This one put up. De Silva for the slam, and it will be there for the kill. The attempt is no good by Missouri Valley as Mamer tried to just toss it over behind her back, and into the net it goes. Owls up by 4.
The largest lead either team has had in any of the sets was 5, and that was William Woods' last set. And they eventually took it by 5, 25-20.
As De Silva will serve this one away. And they miss return for the Vikings. As Riley Adams will come in, it will be a service ace granted to De Silva. As she goes back once more. One put up and rainbowed in. Vikings send it over. This one sets. Laura sends it back over. The Vikings look to respond. They do, and will find the gap. Substitutions checking in for the kill for Olivia Randolph. As Avery Crane comes in for Mo Valley. De Silva puts that one up, will be set. Here it comes, Laura finds the hole for the kill. Oliveria. Couldn't do much about that for the Vikings. Owls up by now 5. Service ace for Durazo. Owls up by 6, the most they have led in any set so far. Timeout, Missouri Valley in set 3. You're watching Willingwood's volleyball on the Urban Edge Network, powered by Vizela. (13-7), Owls up by 6. And the highest lead so far by either team. And in set 1, 2, or 3. Give you some scoring updates going around the Hearts on this Friday evening. It was a 3-0 sweep for Baker over Clark. A 3-0 sweep, Peru State over William Penn. Benedictine, 2 sets over nothing against Mountain Mercy. Lily Woods and Missouri Valley currently tied up 1-1 apiece. Parkland and Graceland, as Parkland up by 2. Those are your 5 games being played tonight. A kill by Marcolino. Extends it by 7. Silves responds, Marcolino yet looks for another one. And this one off the fingertips of Lorenza. And Durazo, who comes out for Campos, who checks in for the Owls. And a service error for Riley Adams. Trades that point back to the Owls. As Eric Trice and Pereira check back in for William Woods. This one up for grabs for the Vikings. It's going to be set on the far side as Olivia. And what a return there for the Owls. Looks, and was it tipped? And it was, and they say point Mo Valley. Owls still lead by 6 in set number 3. As I mentioned, it is now a best of 3. Need to win 2 of the next 3 remaining. Owls and Vikings both have a set each, and it's going to be a service error by Morgan Smith for the Vikings. 16-9. Back to serve for the Owls is Marcolino. Marcolino with 10 kills on the night, and it will be a service ace. Her third ties her with Durazo with 3 as well. For the most on the roster for WWU. Marcolino back to serve once more. Tosses up and smacks it over off the net. Owls still trail by, lead by 7. Vikings trail by 7. 17-10 in set 3. Olivia Rudolph, Keelan Fitzgerald in for the Vikings. Some vital key players back in there as they trail by 7. Carrera trying to pull a fast one. Eye candy wasn't enough for the Vikings to take the base. Back and slightly in as Da Silva takes her 9th kill of the night.
Owls up by 8, their highest lead of the night in any set. And the double hit by the Vikings will lead to yet another point on the board, 19-10. In favor of William Woods, it was Keelan Fitzgerald who tapped it with a wrist and then off her chin for the double hit. Campos serves it for the Owls, and this time it will go in favor of the Vikings. Vikings still alive, but need to get going here. Down by 8, 19-11 in set 3. It's going to be reversed, back to Pereira for the kill. Cross court, didn't even look like it was going to work. Stayed steady in the sneak, and Pereira with her 16th kill of the night. Owls 5 away from taking set 3. And a service error for Riley Snyder. The junior from Gardner, Kansas, a transfer from Ottawa University. And with that error, it returns into the hands of Missouri Valley's Franco. And she'll send it over. Marcolino puts it up. And nothing much. Nothing much that can be done there. As Sandra was a sitting duck to take that one right in front of her. Kill for the Owls. As Durazo found the gap in the far near corner. Owls 4 away, up by 8. This one put up a mile high. Has to be saved, and it will. Sander serves it to Marcolino. Marcolino's just not have enough power behind it. And that one comes near the broadcast table and into the Owls bench area. 2 straight points here for the Vikings. As Missouri Valley now trails by 7. That one just tapped by De Silva. And punched through. As Lagana. Durazo, 3 points away from set victory for William Woods. Durazo responds. Lagana will be denied. As the Vikings make some substitutions late, Riley Adams checks in. Campos for William Woods comes in as well. Here it comes. Vikings trying to get it over. Down by 7 late in this one.
have to get back in it somehow. William Woods trying to deny this effort. Marcolino with the block, sends it up. Will be a set. And Lagana, back-to-back kills. Owls lead by 8. 2 points away from victory in set number 3. Aaron Trice back to serve. We'll send it over. Here comes the set. Pereira will find the gap. The crowd getting involved now inside Anderson. Owls up by 9. The hard rumbles and the bleachers on the hardwood. Set point. We tapped over. Aaron Trice gets into her teammate, has to quickly get back out. Marcolino there to defend. And point, William Woods. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. No, they're going to say it was tipped by the Owls. And the only two over there were Aaron Trice and Marcolino. So one of those two touched it before it went out of bounds. So with that confusion call overturned, the Vikings are going to have to go on a run. Down by 8, 24-16. And a set that has been controlled all by the Owls. And that one was denied. Owls win set 3, 25-16. Up 2-1. Vikings gonna have to win back-to-back sets to get the victory. You're watching William Woods Volleyball on the Urban Edge Network, presented by Visaic.
And the sound of that horn means it is time to go in set number 4. We'll tell you how we got to this point. Missouri Valley took set number 1, 25-22, and back-to-back set victory in set 2 and 3 for the Owls. 25-20 in set number 2, and a dominating win, 25-16 in set number 3. As the 7 for the Vikings and the 7 for the Owls on court, and we are ready to go. We'll give you a run breakdown for the night. It has been 47 kills compared to the 39 William Woods on top of Missouri Valley. Both have 13 attacking errors. Service aces, 8 for William Woods, 4 for Missouri Valley. 46 assists for the Owls and 37 for the Vikings. 14 block assists for William Woods, 4 for Missouri Valley. Reception errors, 8 for Missouri Valley, 4 for William Woods. Total blocks, 7 for the Woods, 4 for Mo Valley. 44 digs apiece. And 110 total attacks for William Woods, 107, nearly identical there in the attack category. And we are set. We are ready. Owls have an opportunity to take it. A 3-1 victory would be the same as when they first matched up. And the serve is up by Aaron Trice, and we are underway in set number 4. Pereira tries to start off early, and she will. And frustration boiling for Coach Murphy for the Vikings. Slammed down her iPad and her pen after that miscommunication mishap led to a point for the Owls. Owls feeling it. They have a good mood and a good vibe on their side of the court. As I can see a high authority up in the crowd here, President Romain Seguin and the crowd cheering on the volleyball team. President Seguin taking over full time and has shown support for a lot of the athletics this season. Love to see it from that administration, and this one is denied. And 3 straight for the Vikings. An attack error by Pereira, followed by an attack error by Marcolino. Serve away. And it will now be 4 straight for the Vikings. And wherever the Owls were in set 3, they decided not to show up in the first 5 volleys of set 4. Maybe a wake-up call here. Always like a good shot in the arm to get you ready. 4-1, Vikings on top of the Owls. Here we go, 4-1 Owls trailing. Aaron Trice lays it up for Pereira. Pereira tries to find the gap. It's going to be denied. That one's going to be hit up by Franco. Going to be pushed over and off the fingertips of Marcolino. Five straight for William Woods, enemy of the Vikings. And their opponents, Missouri Valley, with a quick, sharp lead, 6-1. After the Owls started off with the lead, 1-0, 6 straight for the Vikings. And Aubrey Wilson fired up. You're watching William Woods Volleyball on the Urban Edge Network, powered by Vizek. 6-1, and the Vikings have been all for show in set number 4, potentially saving the best for last. Vikings need 2 straight sets to claim the victory over William Woods. The Owls sitting 5th in the Heart of America standings. This win would propel them to at least 4th in the standings after tonight. This one's sent over. It's going to be hit twice, and almost a net touch by William Woods, but point goes in their favor. And the kill by Marcolino last time around. This one's gonna be hit straight back. Marcolino's gonna go after it. Gonna be hit up, a dig by Aaron Trice, Marcolino. And De Silva will be the one to hit it over. Return to the outside, and Aaron Trice is not there to cover the spot. The largest lead that the Vikings have had tonight in any of the sets was 5. They're up by 5, 7-2. Pereira is denied. This one hit up into the rafters, has to come back. Third and final hit will get over. Marcolino sets it up. Aaron Trice for the set. De Silva. And by a wrist hit, it will continue the volley. Pereira. And a diving attempt to get out of the way is Oliveira. And it will now be 8-3 Owls trail. Back to serve is Avery Crane from Shell Knob, Missouri, in her final year of competition. Crane with an 8-3 lead for the Vikings. Sends it over. Aaron Trice sets. And a slam dunk by Durazo for the kill. Back to serve is Riley Sander. Owls trail by 4. The most they have trailed in a set since set 2. And another point to the Vikings. Owls trail. Serves up by Riley Adams for the Vikings. Aaron Trice to set. Here comes the Silvas. And it will be a set, and it'll be off the fingertips of Durazo. Aaron Trice will set back to set. Good volley here. As Adams will send it over to the outside. It's going to be kicked up in the air. Whatever works. And Durazo holds her ground for the kill.
Owls trail by 4. It's important for the Owls to get back in this one. A win in this set ends it and will give them a 3-1 victory, as it did on September 9th. Still much more to play. Marcolino will send it over, and it is last hit by the Vikings. Upcoming schedule for William Woods tomorrow in Canton, playing Culver Stockton at 7 o'clock. On October 1st, it will be Central Methodist. The 9th, Stevens College, Missouri Baptist on the 10th, Columbia College on the 15th, and Peru State on the 17th. Next 6 games for the Owls. The kill by Marcolino. Draws it within 2. This one up into the rafters and will be sent back over with a magnificent save and last-ditch effort. This one hit over. Here it comes, and it will be just out. Vikings extend their lead back to 3. You want to keep William Woods down as long as possible. If you're the Vikings, you need it to go to the 5th and final set. 10-7, Mo Valley. Durazo sets it up. Aaron Trice for the set. Here comes Marcolino. Re-tapped up and sent over Adams. Excuse me, that will be Olivia Randolph awarded with the kill. Her 14th of the evening in this matchup. A diving attempt by Da Silva is no good. Back to a 5-point deficit as Aubrey Wilson is heated up. Wilson and Murphy for both the Vikings and the Owls showing a lot of emotion on the sideline. And Wilson chanting for Durazo to be checked out, and taking her place will be Leon Adams. Marcolino with the kill. Past Riley Adams for the Vikings. This one punted over. Owls trail 8-13. Marcolino sends it. It'll be a kill attempt. It's going to be no good. It'll be way out of bounds. The Vikings have to save it, and they do. Pereira, Aaron Trice, back to Pereira for the kill. Is denied. This one will be put up to play for Randolph. Marcolino's last to touch it. As Hearn has come in for William Woods. It will be Fitzgerald who serves it for the Vikings, and the kill is an order for Marcolino. Aaron Trice back to serve. Owls
continue to trail by 5. Feels like the story of the set. Now it's to 6. It was the kill by Olivia Randolph. Randolph with the most kills, 15 for the Knights, for the Vikings. Here comes Pereira. Draws it back within 5. Owls had 7 straight points in set number 3. Would look really pretty if they can do something of that magic again. Up by 5, hits the light. Vikings return it. And through the wall, defenders of Pereira and out of the fingertips of Aaron Trice. As this one will be sent over by Franco. Pereira will tap it. Aaron tries to set it. Pereira to try and slam it once more. Macalino. It's set by Trice to Pereira in a denial by Riley Adams. To Pereira. Slam it once more. Macalino. It's set by Trice to Pereira. And just like last set, it was controlled by one side. It's the Vikings up by 7, 17-10. And a critical set for both. Owls in a heavy deficit, 17-10. Vikings lead it over their Heart of America opponent. As I mentioned, the Vikings 8-8 on the season, 2-4 conference, but on a 3-game winning streak. Look to break a 3-game winning streak at home for William Woods as we are back underway after that timeout called by Aubrey Wilson. Pereira with the kill, and it's sent right up into the upper deck of Anderson. Got to start somewhere, and that's how you do it for the 11th point for WWU. Serve is away by Campos. It's flung up. Randolph to send it away. Campos to set. Pereira to fire. That's sent back over by the Vikings. Here comes De Silva. And it will be a net violation for the Vikings. A block error is the official call by Alana Burton, excuse me. And a service error by Marcolino. Extends it back to a 6-point lead in favor of Missouri Valley. This one dotted over. Owls got to get something going, trailing by 6. Kill attempt is complete. And shock is Campos as it went right for her. Back-to-back serves for Avery Crane. This one will be a service error by Crane. It will be 3 service errors in a row between the Vikings and the Owls. And drawing ever so near match point. Owls still continue to trail by 7, 20-13. As of this moment, since over, Owls had to play heavy offense. And back on the board. Carlos da Silva for the servant for William Woods. Marcolino sends it over. It is recovered by the Vikings. Kill shot is deflected. Hits the light, comes right back down. Is sent back over. What a rally. The sets. And it will be a violation on William Woods. And in that rally, look for something to get going. And an attack error by Riley Sander. This one in the rafters, gonna bing off and gonna be ball. Nothing you can do there. The cruelty of the Raptors and Anderson. They get trapped up there. You just have to see it ping pong around before it falls back to earth. I'll still have a little bit of life left in them. 15-21. Missouri Valley heavily still in control. Burns serves this one over for William Woods. Is kept alive. Burns sets it. This one's put up. Kill. Will dribble through the netting. Tavares has had an excellent night. $14 kills, the second most for the Vikings, the most 15 by Randolph. 3 points away from set victory and forcing a fifth and final set. Make it 2. It finds the gap in front of Campos. Olivia Randolph shows her iron fist again. It's Fitzgerald who served. A crucial final couple of sets that have to be done. Match point. Talk about a wave of momentum shifts. Owls winning the last 2 sets and controlling in dominating fashion. Have to have a miracle run here, down by 9. Marcolino will send it up into the rafters. Has to be sent over, it will. Da Silva will be sets.
Hearn will be pushed over by Randolph. And back over to the outside. And the Vikings force set number 5. The wave of momentum have evened out. Back-to-back dominating sets by both teams. Forces set number 5. And different rules in set number 5. You play only to 15. A coin flip to decide who gets the first serve. And we will take a break here as it is set number 5 coming up in this Heart of America matchup inside Anderson Arena. 2-2, Vikings Owls. An exciting night, a back and forth night, a thrilling night. All comes to a close here on the final take it or leave it set between William Woods and Missouri Valley. Set number 5, it will be a race to 15. Owls took set 2 and 3. Vikings took set 1 and 4. And after set number 3, it looked like all the momentum swayed in the favor of the Owls. Won that set by 9 after controlling it and never at one point trailing in that set. Missouri Vikings come back and punch them in the mouth. 25-15 upset in set number 4. At that point, the Vikings never trailed in that set. Now it comes to a close. Set 5. Owls trying to get the regular season sweep on the Vikings. And we are back underway inside Anderson. Final set to determine the victor here on this Friday evening. Marcolino punches it over.
We swept up in the air. Slam attempts. Into the air, Vince. Still has a chance to get back over. And it does, wow! Off the air vent near the backboard. Vikings keep it alive. This time will have to be chased down. It will be. The Owls fighting for Allsworth. Marcolino sends it over. And the Owls take it. And now a question by Nicole Murphy. Unsure what she's asking about, but I think it's in the matter of, did it touch the basketball goal maybe? Because that's where she was pointing when she was having the discussion with the near side referee or near the scorer's table. Because if it hits off the ceiling and the rafters, it's in play. If it hits the basketball goal, it is not. And the officials didn't see anything of that argument, so they're going to keep it the same. 1-0 Owls. Marcolino back to serve. Throws it up, smacks it over, and will hit the net. Service error will tie it up. A win for William Woods tonight would vault them from 6th to 3rd in the standings. Would move to 6-2 on conference play. This one booted over. Set up for the Vikings. Sent by Trice to De Silvas. Has to back it up. Oliveira. And just Marcolino with the sets. Slammed down by De Silva. This one just tapped over. As this one will falter in the favor of the Owls. Lena Adams checking in for William Woods. And a clear shot, and the hold of the defense for the Owls. 2-2. Kill by Harper Hearing. Her 3rd kill of the night. Franco taps it over. And Durazo will check in for William Woods for Adams, who just came in for Durazo. Quick drink of water, I suppose, to get back in this game. You need your best 7 on the court. Franco serves it over. Looks for the kill shots. And we'll get it. Pereira and Trice will come off the bench and onto the court for the Owls. Aaron Trice to serve. 3-3 tie. Race to 15. This one's kept in the air. Aaron Trice! Oh, and Aaron Trice out of position after returning that amazing 3rd hit. Avery Crane to serve. It's going to be tapped And off the hand of Aaron Trice. Crane with 2, service ace. Aces, the Owls trying to give her another one. She won. Pereira sends it over. Kill attempt is found good. Aaron Trice caught out of position. That's the 3rd point Trice has given up in this set. And timeout, William Woods. And they needed it. Down 3, 6-3 in the 5th and final set against Missouri Valley. You're watching William Woods Volleyball on the Urban Edge Network, presented by Visiac. And welcome back. Cut the break short, as it is a 3-point advantage to Missouri Valley. 6-3. And back to serve once more is Avery Crane. Trice sets it for Durazo, and it will fall in. It was the server of Avery Crane who was caught out of position that time around. And Da Silva with a low serve, and Aubrey Wilson knows that was a valuable point to give up with the service error. Riley Adams sends it over. Aaron Trice sets it for Marcolino, and it's too hard. And the Owls begging for a tip call. And it's not called. And now we will flip sides. We'll take a break here. 8-4, Owls trail. And welcome back. 8-4 as we switch sides. Owls trailing by 4. Need to get something going. Trice sets it. Pereira there. It's deflected by Da Silva, and it's going to be out of play. Three straight for Mo Valley. Trice sets. Marcolino goes after, and this time in favor of the Owls. Get back up on the board. Cuts the deficit to 4. Durazo will push it over. The sets, the kill, and will be pushed back up by Avery Crane. And the defense mechanism by Durazo falters, and instead of hitting it over, it hits the net and falls flat. Back to a 5-point lead for the Vikings. Morgan Smith to serve for Missouri Valley. Sends it over. On a flat dive, Campos and Marcolino tips it. And it was tipped. Marcolino's point. Mo Valley in a double digits. Need 5 to take it. William Woods to serve it. It's Sander. He pushes it over. Sander just sets. And it's going to hit the netting in the out of play area. 6-11, Owls trailed by 5. And right now, if you're William Woods, you got to get it together right now. Paiva Pereira, Aaron Trice back into the game. Trice will set. Marcolino tries to find the hole. It won't be there. It's closed up. But the Vikings find one. And you can feel the vibes on the Vikings bench doing the worm after that point. And timeout, William Woods down by 6, 12-6, 3 points away from victory as the Vikings now need to stop and think about what's next. You're watching William Woods Volleyball on the Urban Edge Network, presented by Passaic. In a night we have seen back and forth between Missouri Valley and William Woods. The last 2 sets have swayed in heavy favor of the Vikings. Owls down by 6, 12-6 in set number 5. A race to 15, served over, and it will be Marcolino. Trice sets it. Pereira sends it over. And a couple of smacks as Pereira, Trice sets it for Marcolino. It's tapped around by the Vikings. Sent over by Franco. Trice will set for Marcolino. This one hit up into the rafters. And point William Woods. Not out of it yet. Critical moment here for Marcolino and the Owls. Got to get a run going here. Serves it over. And we'll be out of play. Get them any way you can. An attack error by Randolph. And Marcolino will be checked out for Allie Miller. She will see her first time on the courts tonight. Got to dig it over. And Miller, the new substitute, lets it go by. Owls down by 5. Vikings 2 points away from claiming victory. And Anderson. Pereira will try to get over, it will be blocked. Will be booted over. And Pereira sees it fall to her left side. It will be match point.
Riley Adams. Match point. Al's got to do it now. Be left over. Aaron Trice sets to Marcolino. Al's not done yet. Now it's going to be all on the Owls to get it done. Serving will be Campos. Down by 5. She'll send it over. Put it up in the air. And we'll be out of play. And timeout, Missouri Valley. Back-to-back points reign in the timeout by Coach Murphy. As the Vikings still lead by 14-10. You're watching Wheeling Woods Volleyball on the Urban Edge Network, presented by Passaic. Owls need to get to 15. That's the magic number. They trail by 4. Back-to-back points puts them in this position to continue set 5. Here we go. It's going to be sent over. That one narrowly avoided the point to the out. Tries to set to Marcolino. Slams it down. Marcolino makes 3 in a row. Owls doing what they need to do, have to keep it going. It's sent over. And it's going to fall in. Missouri Valley is victorious in Fulton, takes it in 5.